today we are back with my recipe books, continuing my declutter. I've been doing like a massive declutter in my life. Well, I've actually been decluttering my world since sort of like Christmas 2015. That's when me and my first husband split up. Well, it was November 2015. And like ever since we split, when I moved in on my own in January 2016, I got like purged so much stuff. It was really therapeutic. A, I sold a bunch of stuff to pay for my solicitor fees for the divorce, and B, just getting rid of stuff from the past. And a lot of like decluttering people discuss about your aspirational self, the person that like you like dream of being, and the reality that you can only do like so many things in one life. So back when I did my first declutter, it was things like my push bike, which I never went out on, my rock climbing gear, which since me and my husband had split, like I wasn't going to go rock climbing on my own, so I just got rid of that. That kind of stuff. I used to do Krav Maga back when I lived in central London, and it was easy to get to. I got rid of all my Krav Maga gear because I'd moved into a place where there wasn't any classes that were easy to get to. That kind of thing. So it was kind of like a lot of hobbies and activities that I no longer did, and I was letting go of them. It's been getting tougher. So so it's now been, what, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. It's now been 6 years in of decluttering, and it's definitely getting tougher because it's things that are not as easy to get rid of. The other day I got rid of a bunch of British Horror Society magazines from 2010 through to 2017. I was a member of the British Horror Society because you get insurance if you're a gold member. You get insurance cover for if you're out horse riding. So it's a really sensible thing to be a member of, if you either have a horse or ride regularly. And that's why I was a member. But I got these magazines every quarter that I would collect, and they would accumulate. And in my head I was like, I'll come back to these and read them at some point. And I had to just accept I'm never going to read them. Like, I had a bit of a skim through a few of them last night before I like threw them all away, and I was like, well, it's mostly adverts and like upcoming events and sort of current news, which it's all like years out of date. So I took the brave step to get rid of the whole lot, which cleared up a whole bunch of space on a bookshelf. So the next thing I'm going to do is get rid of my Gordon Ramsay cookbooks. Now, Gordon Ramsay is a wonderful chef. He's very talented. And back when I was a young professional living in central London, I bought 2 of his books. So I've got the Sunday Lunch and I've got the fast food recipe. Let's just take a little screenshot of that. Good old Gordon Ramsay's mug. So I got these 2 books back when I was a young professional living in central London. I had easy access to a whole bunch of different shops to buy ingredients. I had the time, and I really enjoyed cooking at that time. At that point in my life, I was trying out sort of like several new recipes a month, if not a week. Like, I was really trying a lot of new recipes and learning to cook, because I didn't really know how to cook until I moved to London. You know, sort of left the student world and became a proper adult. And I used to enjoy cooking weird and wonderful things and taking my time to cook. So doing kind of more elaborate recipes that took time and effort. I am no longer at that stage in my life. I'm now at a point where I've got a small child leisure activity. That's probably, so back when I bought these books, cooking was my leisure activity. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed taking the time to do it. Now it's something that needs to be done. I'm kind of more going towards like the batch cooking, the meal prepping. This afternoon I plan on spending time just cooking and just getting a whole bunch of stuff all ready in one go. I don't have time to be sitting doing weird and wonderful fancy recipes. So what I'm gonna do though is, I've already gone through the Sunday lunch book yesterday. I had a flick through it to see if there was anything I wanted to capture. So the reason why I bought the Sunday lunch book was because I'd borrowed it from the library one Christmas, and he's got a good Christmas dinner recipe in here, and that is why I bought the book, was just for the Christmas dinner recipe. So there's like a few different things in here that I'm gonna make a note of, and then I'm gonna get rid of the book because it's all like really pretentious food that I am just never gonna cook. The fast food recipe book, there is a few recipes in here that I did enjoy, and I did cook frequently, so I will make a note of those, and I'm gonna write them out, and then I can get rid of the book, because it takes up a lot of space if you're not actually like cooking all the recipes. So in here there was a chips recipe. Was it surf and turf? Yeah, it was 134. There's like, I mean, it's just a whole bunch of stuff I'm just never gonna cook. I mean, I don't mean to slag it, because it'll be the right meal for somebody else. It's just not for me at this stage of my life. So the oven chips recipe. Under the vegetable tabs. Oh, what I'll do is I'll just take out some pages. I'll move it away from the microphone. Apologies if that was quite loud. So far under vegetables I've got rosemary, beetroot parcels and yummy sprouts. So we're gonna do oven chips. So this is serve 6. So you've got 1 kilogram Desiree potatoes. Now this is where it's probably never actually going to be, we're just going to say salt, because let's be honest, we're not going to faff about. This is like groundnut. This is my issue with him. So Desiree potatoes, I'm not going to be buying fancy potatoes. It's probably just going to be like King Edward or whatever I happen to be buying, or Roosters or whatever stuff that we can get at the grocery store. It's not going to be groundnut oil, because I don't keep groundnut oil in my cupboard. We either have vegetable oil, olive oil, or rapeseed oil. Like I don't deal with groundnut oil. Let's see what he does for his roast potatoes. Okay, so this is his Christmas dinner. Duck fat or vegetable oil? Yeah, we're gonna say vegetable oil. And then we've got some rosemary. Now this is where I'm not going to use rosemary sprigs, it's going to be dried rosemary. So heat oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Peel potatoes and cut into 1 centimeter thick sticks. Blanch in a pan of boiling salted water for 3 mins. Drain well, pat dry. Drain well, pat dry with a clean tea towel. Spread the chips out on an oiled baking tray. Drizzle with oil. Season nervously with salt and rosemary. Cook in oven for around 30 to 40 mins until golden brown. I'm getting cramp in my wrist already. And crisp. Turning several times during cooking. There we go. So that's the oven chips recipe. So let's skip forward to the Christmas dinner, which I think was around about here somewhere. So we're not doing champagne oysters. It was the herb buttered turkey that was quite good. The pan gravy was disgusting. Golden roasted potatoes. There is a recipe for that in Jamie Oliver. Sauteed Brussels sprouts with almonds. They're better with bacon bits. I already have a recipe for right, honey glazed carrots. And glazed parsnips. So there is a devil's on a horseback. Okay, whatever. Prunes with bacon. That sounds weird. I don't think I really need to write down a recipe for like honey glazed carrots and glazed parsnips and things, because that's a pretty common thing. So I think it really is just the even with that, I don't remember if I did for the herb butter. So you make up the herb butter, all in the turkey. You create the bucket, you put the herb butter in, salt and pepper stuff with the onions, orange, garlic, bay leaves, sometimes mix, tuck the legs under the neck skin. Okay, so I'm not going to bother with the citrus breadcrumbs. Too much hassle. But this bit here and the turkey bit, I will put in, because it did work really well. It was a really nice turkey. But one thing I'm going to double check is under my meat. Mum's lasagna. Okay, so what I might do, because I think this might be a 2-pager. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on. Well, actually I could do it on one page, because I could do the herb butter recipe on one side, and then on the other side or do I want to do it like that? So half herb butter and then the turkey. That way it's really, I can just open it up and refer to it. I think I'd rather do it that way. And then I can save that side for if I'm doing like a one-sider recipe. Okay. So we've got my oven chips, which I'll set over there. I might just put Gordon Ramsay. You know, give credit where it's due. And I have spelled his name right, haven't I? Yeah, it's Ramsay, not Ramsey. Oh, my nose is starting to run. But there's just no point in keeping an entire cookbook for the sake of like a couple pages. You get me? Herb butter. For turkey. This is Christmas turkey. For turkey, I might put roast to make it clear what I'm talking about. Right, so we have got for the herb butter, small bunch of flat leaf parsley, and that's chopped. Small chopped 1 tablespoon of thyme leaves and 250 grams of butter, softened to room temperature. Okay. Mix the chopped herbs into the softened butter. Season well. And spoon into a piping bag. So there really should be salt and pepper, but never mind. I'll add that salt and pepper. I might then put in the gently create a pocket between the skin and the meat of the turkey and spread the herb butter evenly inside. I think that basically you basically just have to work away at it. Basically, separate out the skin and the meat. Alright, there we go. So we've basically got that whole bit there and this bit here. Right, so 6 to 8 servings. So 1 large oven ready turkey. Around 5 to 5.5 kilograms. And then we've got salt and pepper. Oh, this is where I need to make sure the really important thing. that's a good point. So we can make prepare the butter in advance. So 4 or 5 hours. So this is when the very first time I ever cooked Christmas dinner, I had bought everything I needed. And then when I was thinking it was about time to start making dinner, I took out the recipe book and I started reading it, and I saw the 4 or 5 hours in advance bring the turkey to room temperature and was like, oh poop. Because that basically meant I was like completely behind. So you had to take it out like an hour or two before you actually wanted to cook it. And I hadn't done that. And so I basically was like, right, we're gonna have Christmas dinner tomorrow. So that's fine. So I'll just need to remember to put that on here to take it out of the fridge. Right, so 2 large onions, peeled and halved, 1 orange, halved, 1 head of garlic, unpeeled, halved horizontally, a few bay leaves, a few thyme, sprigs, olive oil, there we go. So the very first item is an hour or 2 before cooking. Take the turkey out of the fridge. Apply herb butter. Open the cavity of the turkey. Season with salt and stuff with onions, orange, garlic, bay leaves, with listed ingredients. press side up in a large roasting tray. Drizzle with oil and season well. Roast for 10 to 15 minutes until skin is crisp and golden. And then lower oven to 180 degrees Celsius and cook for 30 minutes. Per kilogram, basting Lolly. Check juices running clear. When done, so we're making go take a foot and leave to rest. Cover turkey with foil and leave to rest for 20 minutes before carving. There we go. So that is my, well, not mine, Gordon Ramsay's Christmas dinner and his chips. And I said I've already got recipes for roast potatoes elsewhere, so I don't need that. So this entire book is now finished with. And like the rest of the recipes in there are like really pretentious. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna look out some sticky notes. There we go. As you can see, this cookbook has been used like a lot more heavily because it's quicker, easier recipes. So I'm just going to quickly go through it and pick out. I'm going to put tabs against the recipes that I want to write down. So I made leek and potato soup using a different recipe recently and it was disgusting. And I was like, I used to make a good leek and potato soup. That is why. It's because this is the recipe I used to use. So I will be writing that down because that is good. Pea and mint ham. Sorry, pea and mint soup with parma ham. Nope. butter bean chorizo and red onion soup. Yes, that is a hit. Actually, what am I do? Yeah, I'm just gonna put all the soups in as starters, like soups and starters, even though I usually have soup as like a main. Chilled melon soup with crab garnish, not a chance. Beetroot soup with smoked duck, again, not a chance. Pan-fried hake, new. Blueberries with honey, almonds and yogurt, new. Alright, fast starter, Sicilian capo, pizza, new. Caramelized shallot, new. Soused herrings with curry cream. New. Hang on, is there not only 5 recipes? Did I see 5? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5. So in the Sunday lunch book, they're all set up as 3-course meal options. Like the whole book is just like, you know, starter, main, pudding, starter, main, pudding, and it's all set up as like that. This is like 5 soup recipes a meal, 5 starter recipes a meal, and then it kind of like that kind of way. I don't like aubergine, black cream. So when you see how many of these recipes I'm not gonna make, or I didn't make, and marinated mozzarella, so there's no point in keeping this on my. Oh, see, that was actually quite nice. These were quite nice. So what colour is this tab gonna be? Meat. This was quite nice. The baked pork chops, I did used to make them. Spiced pan roasted apples and pears. See, that's something that apples, pears, sugar, cinnamon sticks, cloves, anise, salted butter, calvados, apple juice, garnish. No, let's be honest, I'm not actually gonna do it. Salads. Salad of griddled asparagus and spinach. Nope. Easy tiramisu. Thing is, I don't really do puddings, so I'm really not worried about whether or not I can make a tiramisu. Crayfish, avocado, and mayo toasties. I mean, truffle infused oil, who the hell has that kicking about? And of course, caviar, because yes, everyone has that kicking about. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we actually have a different recipe. We've got or King Edward, salt and pepper, I'm gonna put over here. Garlic optional. See, this is like different. Peeled potatoes and cut. I'm gonna write scrub. Scrub or peeled potatoes and cut in 1 centimeter thick sticks. I'm gonna make that 5 minutes. I'm gonna say season generously. With choice of herbs. Yeah, see, hang on, that's like 10 to 15 minutes. That is seriously different. So I'm gonna say we're parboiling for 5 minutes. To 30 minutes. See, this is like the same guy has got 2 completely different recipes. And here he's got like the serves for 4 to 6. So yeah, completely different. Anyway, my husband does really nice fish, so again, always really like lovely desserts and things, which, let's be honest, I don't do desserts. Bacon, pea and goat's cheese omelette, poached duck egg with anchovy fingers, scrambled egg with crab meat and chives, baked egg float. Let's just say, so warm black pudding and quail's egg salad. Like, how pretentious. Who uses quail eggs? So tomato and pesto tart. Peppered lambs. So we don't eat lamb, we only eat mutton. That has to be cooked completely differently. Summer berries, fresh lemonade. Working lunches. Salad. Sausage and beans. There's other things. So beef fajitas, melon, tequila and lime, pasta. Nope. Baked chicken with aubergine, courgette and tomato ragu. Nope. I'm not a big aubergine fan. Crab, spring Quick minestrone, nutty curry with herbs. Easy vegetable curry. Ratatouille. Okay, so this right here. This chicken recipe is a hit. I really like that. Banana split. Nope. Mixed tomato salad. Nope. Yeah, so quail with kohlrabi and butternut squash. Like, who seriously does that? So Barnsley chop with garlic and herb butter. No. Nope. I'm kind of going to say, if I've not already cooked it, I'm not cooking it now approach. So I'm not worrying too much about, like, so this recipe, I probably would have been like, oh, I'd like to try that at some point. If I'm just gonna write down recipes I've already tried, I know I like, and then I'm getting rid of the book. Because I've had it for years. If I've not already tried it, I'm not gonna try it. You know, lots of lovely, lovely recipes, but just not my cup of tea for whatever reason. See, this lamb, like, we don't do lamb. And I don't really do desserts. I mean, how to make a stock is, like, that's been one of the books. But basically, so we are down to 2 soup recipes and 2 meat recipes, and that is it. So I might check what time we're at, because, yeah, okay, I might stop and then record that in a separate video. Just because I'm aware that it's already almost an hour. So I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.